Right, this might end up being a sequel. I want it to, but I've just this is little Purrington doing that thing where they just sit right next to you in such close proximity, and I think he is asking for the duvet. He's basically saying, "I want to lie under the bed and cuddle you." That's why he's purring, and just see if he'll do it. Because I can chat while it's happening, can't we, guys? Can't we, mate? Because like normally when I move around on the bed, which I can do now after my erupted boil, um, he'd be gone. He gets really like fucking eh. But at the moment he's just getting out of the way. And let's see if we want to make a cave. For fuck's sake, where's the end of it? Fucking hell. Jesus. I just love how he does it. I just love how he does it. There it is. Make the cave. Is he going to pop in there? Yeah. Look at that. Now that is therapeutic. That is therapeutic. Because he's got half a bowl of food there. He's been eating. He's been outside. Where he asked to go outside and he was allowed outside and he stayed out for as long as he wanted. He's been in and out a couple of times and he's just choosing this. And it's like, it's just so nice when he does that poor thing. It's like, I just really want to be with you. I just really want to be here next to you. And he goes, and he pops. He's had a little, he does his little figures of eight everywhere. But like, the only time he starts getting pissed off is he now expects about 5 hours of this. He'll find somewhere to curl up. But it's just the fact that he's asking. He's saying, I want to lie down with you. And that's just lovely. It's just fucking lovely. Thank you, Gizmo, for your little demonstration of how much a gorgeous fucking animal you are. But yeah, what did I want to go along with? Because I was talking about sort of narcissistic phraseology, wasn't I? And it is a difficult one. It is a difficult one. I'm glad that 2 of the narcissists that I fell out with last year, it was like where there was written evidence, basically, because that's what they're like. That's what they're fucking like. And then it's good falling out with a narcissist by text. If you think you have someone narcissistic in your life, just start standing up to them a little bit more and just see how they turn on you. See how they turn on you and see how their voice gets really sing-songy and they suddenly sound like a 12-year-old cocky little bully and they start pushing your buttons and stuff like that. Because, there's sort of tolerable levels of it, really. Do you know what I mean? We all have to, we all want to get our own point across, get our own way, all of that, and some people are better at it than others. And it's, a lot of that's linked to it all. It's all linked to self-esteem, getting your own way. People who emphatically walk around saying, I always get my own way, I always get my own way, they're fucking petrified. That's what I fucking... That's what I think to myself. When people are being all forceful about how they always get their own way, I just sit there and think, you are in fear. They're petrified. Absolutely fucking petrified of themselves. But yeah, maybe that's sort of my downfall as well with that kind of empathic thing and how it's taught me a lot of psychology. And I can read people, and well, some better than others. If it's to do with strong emotions with me, I'm very bad at it, I think. But I can read a lot of people for fucking loads. I think I've fallen out with a lot of people because I just think I'm talking. What I've actually done is just handed their ass to them on a plate. But it's it's also kind of, it's a part of the damage because it's just another added string to the bow of, hang on, Mikey can't interpret the world around him. You know what I mean? I've now got to think that all of the stuff that I think is like, yeah, you fucking manipulative narcissist fuckbag, is actually, but are they just being a person and we've all got little areas where we just need to get our own way, and sometimes you can just recognise that in someone and go, why can't you give people what they need? You know what I mean? Why can't you just give them what they need? A little bit of attention or whatever sometimes. And it's a hard balance to find because, in lots of ways that none of us are fucking aware of, because we don't, because you're not overthinkers who just automatically get this shit thrown at them. But, those kinds of little tussles and battles are going on with people every single fucking day and in every single relationship. That's the thing. And I am very hypersensitive to it. And then also, guess what comes along? The good old fact that actually you're schizoid. you have trouble interpreting the world around you. So actually, are you interpreting anything? Are they a narcissist? Are they normal? Or have I got everything wrong? And when I know for a fact that those kinds of little power struggles and bits and bobs going on in so many human interactions, how would you be able to confidently figure any single fucking one of those out now? Now you know that. Now you know that you've got a tendency to think that it's a bad thing. You're a huge fear to that because you know that if it is a bad thing, it will be extremely painful for you. So that unsettles you. And then actually remember that any decision you make, if it's based on your intuition, that means it could be just your intuition, which you've always trusted, or you could be 100% wrong. Now, go and sit and have a chat to that person and just see if they want you around or not. Just see if you can figure out if you're pissing them off or not. That's the level it gets to. That's the level it fucking gets to. And it is another element of all of this. That's why I was going to read it out. But yeah, it is real shit. Who the fuck would want to go out with me and I see narcissists everywhere? Which makes me just a fucking victim and paranoid and all of that. I am really fucking fogging the horn out of this shit. But it's like, well, I fucking have to, mate. Because otherwise I'm just walking around with it spinning around in my head. Whilst I've already got an inattentive head. And, you know, a lot of these things seem trivial, don't they? Well, so, you know, talking to people is only talking to people. So what? It's a huge part of life. Interpreting the world around you is far more significant than it sounds. I wish they had a way of describing the actual impact of it. Because there's just a natural, like, society diagnosis and society prescription of just don't worry about it. Well, if you're able to just not worry about it, you're not experiencing it at the level that it's turning the world upside down. It doesn't mean it's not the same thing happening. And it's, you know, it's impossible to just not worry about it. There's never been an option. I remember saying that to one of the shop ladies. She's lovely. She's the one that chatted to me for like 45 minutes. And she's really nice. She went, you know, I have always attracted sort of mothery type women in my life. I think they see that I'm a bit lost. Do you know what I mean? I've had sort of various women that do my washing and wrap my Christmas presents. I get mothered a lot. And yeah, I think she was a bit mothery. But I said to her about it, and she was one of the few people that could actually see that I was actually meant what I said, and she was taking me seriously. I was like, what is don't worry? I don't know what that means. I've never known what that means. It's like, I know I've said before that occasionally I can put things out of my mind when I've got a normal head. Do you know what I mean? But it's just, but those are moments of lucidity. By and large, worrying just starts happening until it stops. And I go along for the ride. And it's like about making the best of the din that is there. Or distracticating myself from it with loud, you know, like loud, repetitive, thumping beats of music. Is a very, very efficient way that I have found to get that shit out of my head. It's just boom, 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 boom. Probably why I listen to techno. It's just fucking those 4-minute fucking long, slow build-ups actually seem like fucking 30 seconds to me because I'm in the zone. But yeah, it's another thing to be watchful for is, you know, am I actually seeing narcissistic behaviour, or am I seeing the gentle manipulation of all human beings? If you start to read up about us, we're dicks. Basically, it's, you know, as a lot of things in these videos, I wouldn't recommend it really. I wouldn't know too much about psychology and sociology. Sociology, I didn't learn a thing in sociology, and I got 100% in every fucking test. Just walked in and just knew it all. So it's like it's a subject you can just understand with a knowing, with a feeling sort of thing. But when it's all written down, it just makes it so fucking complicated. And I think that's a lot of the difficulty. You know, I've got a communication difficulty. So explaining how I go through a lot of the things that I go through is always sounding like something else to people. So that's when I start to push points or get out. They think, what? Why are you shouting? They really don't understand. And I just think, how can't they know I'm shouting? I'm on about this. And, you know, that's why then I will always be the loser. I will always be the fucking loser because they're always on the society framework, which I've never learned to interpret. Basically, you know, and that can sound. I can hear all the people doing impressions of me going, "Oh, poor you." I can literally hear that chorus of fucking voices. Why? Because I've had them said to me. That's why people get unsettled about this fucking shit. Try and bet fucking real about what's going on. You know you're just gonna get called a fucking wanker. So it's like, well, what I decided to do was be a fucking wanker, right? Be a complete fucking wanker. So now it doesn't hurt when you call me a wanker. I know. But seriously, be a dick, be a wanker. That might be another video I make about being a wanker. Be a cunt. I might be a cunt, but at least I'm an honest cunt. Do you know what I mean? I've said that loads. I fucking love that expression. But yeah, I think I've got about 9. No, I've got about 6 in a stack, which I may or may not air. But it's they're fun to make and tasty too. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go and get a bap with hash browns, eggs, cheese, and onions. Little squirt brown sauce. Put the lid on. Cool. It's 2 minutes away. I'm gonna end my. I'm gonna wind my neck in and then fill my neck up.